last season they kind of got back to the original, like, being spooky.
Yeah.
You know, that type of plot line, and I don't know, did you have a favorite
Coven.
that you liked?
You know what, here's the thing. I think Ryan Murphy is brilliant, and he named it American Horror Story, which he explained, and I agree, means the different types of horror, the different subgenres of horror, the different ways in which horror is expressed in Americana. So it can be everything from, you know, The Shining, to Human Centipede, to, you know, I mean, to The Walking Dead. These are all genres of horror, and what American Horror Story does is it investigates a different genre of horror, and not everybody likes every kind of horror. I'm not big into Friday the 13th movies. I don't like to see people having sex and getting stabbed in the back under, you know, under a bunk bed. That doesn't work for me. You know what I mean? But I love Amityville Horror. You know, so we all have different things. It sounds like you're more of a haunted house type of person. So then that means that, of course, Coven's not going to be your bag, or a freak show. I like the fact that we give people a different sort of variety. I can always tell people who love Murder House are going to love Hotel. People who like Asylum aren't going to like anything else. It's usually the case. People who like Stanley and Freak Show, I'm a little scared of, quite frankly. Even though I love him as a character. But so everyone's got their own thing. Some people just love Freak Show because it appealed to something about them. The sub-theme of Freak Show, of course, being what is normal. Some people love Coven because it had more of the teen witch thing going on, and it brought in a certain kind of audience. Asylum was hardcore. You know, I can get what people were like, I cannot watch Chloe Sevigny having her legs cut off. That's just like too gruesome. Murder House was, I think, really, really scary. That was, to my mind, one of the scariest ones. It was the first, so that's part of it, but also it had some really creepy images. I thought Rubber Man was really, really creepy and awful. But, you know, everyone's got their favorite, and it wouldn't be fun if it wasn't a contest, so. I still love you.
Hello, so me and my friend have been watching American Horror Story Hotel for a while, and she constantly asks this question, and since I have you here, I might as well ask, but how did you feel, like how did you and Finn feel when you guys eloped, like in that one scene?
Eloped?
Her words, not mine.
Okay. Now, just so you know, eloping means running off and getting married.
I'll tell her that.
What we were doing wasn't eloping, we were bonking. You know, it was really funny. Finn is a friend of mine, you know, I've known him, you know, a couple years now, and we see each other around, and it's actually kind of more awkward to go from that relationship to being naked in bed together than if we had just showed up and been like, hi, I'm Dennis, hi, I'm Finn, okay, go. You know, because we know each other, it's hard to make that transition. That being said, you know, he's a professional, I'm a professional, and you figure out what the story is. And it's funny, when we're doing that scene, at a certain point, I stop being Dennis, and he stops being Finn, and we become the characters. And the characters are the ones having a relationship. And you know, and afterwards, kind of like, you know, the old thing where you clock out and you go, have a good day, see you tomorrow. What was that old cartoon they did that? They were like, hi, Ralph. I can't remember what it was. Was it Rocky and Bullwinkle? Thank you, Wile E. Coyote, exactly, exactly. But, and I'm Roadrunner, he's Wile E. Coyote. But, you know, it was really intense doing that scene on a number of levels, not to mention the fact that you're in bed, as I said before, in front of 50 people. But he was great, and a good kisser.
Thank you.
Hi, my name is David. Dennis, I'm a big fan of AHS and all of your work on the various series.
Thank you.
And I also wanted to echo what Kitty said earlier about your chemistry with Kathy Bates' character on the last series, especially. That was, you know, quite good. And speaking of which, my sort of question is related to the set on which you and Kathy Bates spent most time. That was that massive, massive lobby/bar set in AHS Hotel. Just kind of for those of us who are obviously, watching at home, like give us this kind of, maybe a sense of the size, because that must have been a massive, massive soundstage for them to build just for the lobby section. And did you get to see, one other secondary question, did you get to save anything from that set?
I stole some things. I always steal something. I stole a bunch of coasters, and I meant to steal the glass and I forgot. And I stole a bunch of matches that had Hotel Cortez on them, which are so beautiful. The design of the show is crazy. So it's not just this amazing set. It's also they made glasses, they made doorknobs, they made coasters, they made matches. They make all this stuff. Gaga gave us all, for a rap president, our own keys to the hotel room. And it had a little keychain on it and said Hotel Cortez, which is really classy. I made t-shirts. What are you gonna do? That set was a time and a half taller than this room, maybe. Sound stages are pretty tall because they have to hang the lights from them to get over the walls. And it was a functioning 2-story room. So when you get in there, the hotel lobby was a massive room, and then you actually walk up a real staircase up into the upper part where the bar is, and it's actually a real bar back there. The Robichaux house, when we did Coven, was not quite as tall. That was also a real functioning 2-story house. You had to walk up the stairs and you were on a second level, and there were all the rooms back there in the bathrooms. Those sets are, the attention to detail is mad. It's just sick. It's crazy. Of course, the front desk, where Liz and Ira spend a lot of time, Kathy Bates and my character, the minute you walk behind those doors, there's nothing. You're like, it's a hallway where people are sitting watching the monitors, and the costume people are twittering, and everyone's on their iPhones. But the makeup people waiting for us to call for makeup. But and the Countess's bedroom is back there in a separate little set. So on any given soundstage, you'd have this massive room, and then you go out of that room, and there'd be like another long hallway, which was the Countess's rooms. And then we had a different building altogether that were the actual hotel rooms and the actual hallways. So all the hallway stuff, we had to go somewhere else to shoot a different room. And then the exterior of the hotel was downtown LA. And they took a massive crane and hoisted up the neon sign and held it in place against the building, because it wasn't really on the building. It was just held in place against the building. And it was in an old hat shop. It was this crazy old hat shop, and that was the Hotel Cortez. We never shot inside there, we just shot the exterior. But that was a massive room and a beautiful, beautiful room. People were so stunned when they came in there. And then they destroyed it. All those sets get destroyed, yeah.
Thank you.